This is a Hope 103.2 podcast.
Welcome to another episode of Troubleshooting. Today we have our 3 favourite things that we've learnt about this week with Sharma, hello.
Hello.
And Jay, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning indeed.
Or afternoon or evening, depending on what time you tune in on.
This is true.
Podcast.
Global podcast.
Yeah.
So good for you to join us. Guys, I've got a really interesting thing to talk about. AI is destroying everything again.
Checks out.
Yeah, and our computers are going to start getting even more expensive than they already are. Jay, what are you talking about?
I'll be touching briefly on the social media ban and what it's done so far.
Good things, I hope.
No.
Sharma, what do you got?
It is my favorite time of the year.
And that is...
Spotify Wrapped.
Woo! Wouldn't have thought that, but I'll take
Yes.
it. I'll take it. Okay, great. Well, that sounds like a really good bunch of things that we're going to be talking about. Do you want to start with Spotify?
Yeah, of course we
Let's
can.
go. Let's kick it off.
So Spotify Wrapped dropped. How did it look for you guys?
Mine was pretty predictable.
Yeah.
I think my favorite band was the same band that's been my favorite band for the last, since Spotify Wrapped has been a thing.
Okay,
I was disappointed with my results, to be honest.
because you are a big Bluey fan.
I have 3 kids, and I listen to Bluey a lot in the car.
Yeah.
Apparently, one of my top genres was lullaby.
Ooh, at your big age.
Yeah,
No,
but
that's
that
okay.
was
It
the
Helps
other
him
thing.
get to
kidding.
sleep so he doesn't wet himself at night.
Hey, don't.
That's not working.
That's private information, Jay. I told you that in No, I don't do
You
that.
told everyone that in confidence. It was on the podcast.
Oh, yeah, I did too. Okay.
Oh, by the way, apologies for the big delay since our last episode. We were kind of busy with work and just, we're back now.
Yeah!
For at least 2 more episodes.
Yeah!
And then we're going on holidays again.
Yeah. Holidays are good. Take time off, people.
But in the lead up to that, we're talking about music.
Yes, we
Heck
are.
yes.
Yes, we are.
I think it's interesting that, okay, hear me out. Spotify Wrapped wasn't as exciting this year as other years. Even though they've done more, I think, in terms of interactiveness and the little gimmicky stuff. They added whatever your listening age is, and they
made
added
me
the
sad.
top fans or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just wasn't as, excited about it as I usually am.
I feel like they had something really cool, and then they were like, how do we make it better? And it's just kind of gotten worse.
I know another
over the
platform that
years.
has done that as well. YouTube Rewind.
Oh, those started terrible and went down from there, though.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought they started okay. And
Whichever
then it
one
got
was the
worse.
one with Will Smith at the start of it was just
Yeah, that was the
cringy
beginning
from
of the
start
end.
to finish.
That was terrible.
I
think that
have
was like
never
2020.
watched a YouTube Rewind
Don't
in my
bother.
entire
That's
life.
great.
That's not even it's really bad, and that's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
It's just straight up bad.
Yeah,
Wow.
if you watch them 10 years later, they make no sense because the people that
It's
were...
very
I
topical.
see.
It's very topical for that
Yeah,
year's
okay.
creators.
And most of the creators are in jail at the moment.
They should do
Oh.
a TikTok Wrapped. That I would get behind. No, actually, no.
Isn't that just scrolling?
I'm on a
anyway? That's
very
just the
niche
same.
side of TikTok, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't hit the same.
400 hours of cooking videos.
But you know how... Okay, so but back to the Spotify thing.
Yes.
It told me that I was 42 years old.
I
That
could have
isn't-
told you
no,
that.
I'm not 42.
I could have
aren't you?
told you that.
I'm not 42.
I swear
You
you're
look
42.
it.
I have 3 kids. Doesn't mean I'm 42. I'm just slightly older than you, Jay. And Sharma, you're younger than both of us.
But you're actually both just slightly older than me. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is so crazy.
I feel like we've got such a generational difference,
We
even
do.
though it's only a couple of
Yes,
years.
we
That's
have
so
a
good.
boomer, we have a
Aw.
Gen Z, and then I guess I'm a millennial.
Deep millennial.
I firmly believe that I'm a millennial. Please let me
No,
have
you're not.
that.
You're a boomer.
But yeah, I think the one thing that they sort of got people with was that top fan thing, because everyone wanted to be, in the top 100 or whatever of their favorite artist. But other than that, I feel like the novelty has just worn off. It's just...
I've been in the top 0.5% of my favorite artists for the last 8 years running. So
Did you get a number?
yeah, it was 0.5.
No, as in you know how it says once you're in the point whatever, you are this number fan.
No.
Okay, well,
I don't
clearly
remember. I
if
need to
you
go
didn't-
back.
if you didn't
I need
see
to
it-
rewatch my Spotify.
if you
I
didn't
kind of
see
skipped through it a
it-
lot. I just wanted to see what my top artists were.
If you didn't see it, then I don't think you were one of
Okay.
the top fans.
Probably not.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the novelty has worn off. I'm maybe a bit of a Debbie Downer when it comes to that, but I'm listening to my music on Spotify, so I know who my top artists are. I know who I'm going back to and listening to again and again.
Sure.
And then also, they've got a weird cutoff for when they stop tracking the information.
Well, they kind of have to be able to process the data.
That's true. But I'm going to use an example. Midnight Sun, Zara Larsson, love that song.
Yep.
I listened to that song probably hundreds of times. It did not show up on my Spotify Wrapped
You didn't
because
listen to
it
it
was
enough.
like, no, because it was relatively new to my listening, you know? So then I'm like, does that carry over into the new year? Like, what's
no.
the vibe? I think it's just fully cut off and like omitted from my
Yeah.
listening.
Well, how many millions or billions of people use Spotify? Probably in the hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of data for them to crunch to figure out that information.
What I did find interesting is that so my top album was a album of a band that I just happened to see at a random went to a pub in town and they were playing. I was like, oh, these guys are pretty good. So I listened to them. The album actually absolutely slaps. And so the majority of my top songs for 2025 are the top songs off that album. But in my this year, it's showing you how many times you actually listen to each song. And I'm like, 18 listens for my top song of 2025. I was listening to it 2 or 3 times a week for most of the year.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than 18 listens.
That was the other thing I was gonna say. I don't feel like that's accurate at all. Like I feel like they've got the gist of how much you're listening to something, but it's not as accurate as they try and push it out to
maybe
be.
that's just the way that they need to figure it out so that they're not destroying their servers with
But then why
hundreds of
advertise
millions
that, hey, we're going to
users,
give you a specific amount of times that you've listened to it? When I'm like, that's categorically untrue because I know that I've listened to my favorite song more than 150 times this year.
Well, I mean, how do you know? Because you're not counting your listens. Spotify is. So clearly Spotify
clearly
is
it's
the authority
not.
here.
Yeah.
Well, hold up a second. Somebody's got to be right here, and it's not you. No, I'm
I
joking.
feel
It's
like
probably
it's
you.
more
probably
likely.
you.
It's more likely for me.
It's probably
because
you.
I'm an individual, whereas they have millions of people to look at.
This is true.
But anyway, so I've recently made the switch to Apple Music. I know. I still got my Spotify Wrapped though. It's okay.
I just also want to say on that I've got YouTube Premium now, and I'm strongly considering moving to YouTube Music and just axing my Spotify subscription. So
I'm
that-
looking at going to Tidal.
No!
That's so rogue.
The no and just the pure concern
That
on
was
your face.
so
What's wrong with Tidal?
rogue.
I'm actually not going to Tidal.
You're going to listen to
thank you.
SoundCloud next.
Hey, there is some good art. No, there's not.
No, there is. There is.
Sound-
Didn't Billie Eilish start on SoundCloud and
Oh,
like Drake and stuff?
SoundCloud, well, I mean, it's been a long time since I've been on SoundCloud. Isn't that just like a free
No, you
suppository,
can pay for it.
repository?
You can pay for it, I believe.
It's just a place where anyone can upload music.
Yeah. But
Like, I
okay.
used to listen to artists on SoundCloud because they weren't on anything else, and then they all got record deals.
We've been talking about this for a while, but I really want to know who your top artist actually was.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Go.
I can explain.
No. I just want the title. We're gonna go around. Just give us the
I'm
title
just
of the
double-checking
artist.
who
My
mine
top
was.
artist was Rule.
Okay, I have no idea who that is. That's fine.
Oh, okay. I've seen him in concert like 8 times.
Okay.
So like
That makes sense
It
why
checks
he's
out. No. It doesn't. It doesn't make sense why he's my top artist
Okay.
because the only reason that he's my top he has been in my top 5 since 2019.
Sure.
But like never number 1. The only reason he was number 1 this year is because he's on my walking playlist, and I've been walking a lot more frequently than I have before. So his songs are just like so high up in my thing, but I wouldn't call them legitimate listens because I'm listening while I'm walking for the tempo. I'm listening for the tempo.
Wow.
I wasn't actually listening. I was just walking, and he happened to
I
be playing.
accidentally saw him 8 times in concert. Yeah.
What? 8 times. Okay.
I don't actually like his music. I just paid hundreds of dollars to see him live, and also
No, I
listen
do.
to
I
his
do.
music
I
all the
do
time.
love his music. I'll admit.
Well,
Yes.
my top artist I have not seen in concert because they don't live in Australia or come to Australia very often. It was I Prevail.
Are they still together?
You don't.
They
know-
have prevailed.
They have prevailed.
I know who they are.
Do you?
Yes.
Really?
They did a
yeah.
Taylor Swift cover.
That's right. They did. That's how they
They're,
got
they're
famous.
actually relatively popular off the back of that cover.
They did. That's
What cover?
Blank Space.
Blank Space. Yeah.
Actually, is
yeah,
amazing.
it's actually pretty good. Anyway, but yes, I do quite like listening to some death metal.
I love how you just assume that I didn't know who they are.
Well, I did assume that because
Yeah, I have a very eclectic taste in music.
you're literally wearing a Hannah Montana shirt.
eclectic.
Eclectic, sure. I Prevail, Hannah Montana. What else? Jay, what was yours?
Mine, I did see these guys live in concert this year, a band called Sabaton. I went and saw them with a group of people from my church, including the minister.
Whoa.
Which was hilarious because he was there with his sons, and it was one of their first big concerts ever.
Yeah.
So he just kind of went along. He's like, "Yeah, these guys are okay." And then there was one moment where during there's a bit of a meme about the lead singer, like, just kind of in music videos wailing on his knee for some reason. It's just a thing that he does in a lot of the music videos. And so at the start of this song, the intro plays, and then everyone just kind of like drops to like into a stance and just starts beating on their knees. And then the poor minister's looking around like, what the hell's going on? Why is everyone doing this?
It's really funny.
What's he
okay.
being initiated into?
Yeah.
Is probably
What is this cult?
Yeah, that's right. That's odd. But one of the things that I did enjoy about Spotify Wrapped was seeing the podcast ratings. I found it slightly concerning and disappointing that one of my most listened to podcasts, which is
Troubleshooting.
Nah,
I was going
unfortunately.
to say, has only got 4 reviews, so please give us more 5-star reviews.
Yeah, get us on the top of your Spotify Wrapped for next year, please. But no, it was the WAN Show by LTT, and it turns out that I listen to it quite often. I'm only in the top 10% of
Wow.
listeners, which means that there's a lot of other nerds around
That
me.
was the other thing.
Yeah.
How do people have time to listen? Like, I saw people who had hundreds and thousands upon hundreds and thousands of listening minutes, and I'm like, how do you have time for
Of
that?
podcasts.
No.
Oh,
of
just music in general?
I'm like, do you not have hobbies? Like, are you just
I'll listen to
streaming
music most of the time when I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, I've got music playing basically the entire time. If I'm not actively talking to someone, headphones on, music going.
But you know how it gave you like a day amount for the amount of minutes that you were listening to? I saw
Yeah.
someone with like 217 days. I'm like, how are you listening to 217 days worth of music?
That
might
actually
work
does
from
seem
home.
pretty ludicrous.
That's
actually.
excessive,
Yeah,
right?
That's like music all day non-stop, except when
Yeah.
you're sleeping. Maybe even when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Well, when I work from home, I'll usually just have music playing in the background at all times. Like when I'm in the office and I've got my headphones on, I'll pause the music to talk to somebody. But then when I'm working from home, even when I'm on the phone, I'll just turn the music down, have the phone call, and turn the music back up.
So you're really stretching out your premiums then, are you?
I'm really getting value for money. Plus, I just want to get more music minutes in my Spotify Wrapped.
Okay.
Okay, so I think maybe it's just me who wasn't as blown away by Spotify Wrapped this year. I think the novelty has worn off.
I think just give it some more time. Wait until Apple Music Wrapped.
I do.
I did get the Apple Music replay.
Oh, okay. Well,
It was
then,
fine.
Good. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
It was acceptable. I did find it interesting. They've started doing the whole like thank you messages from the various bands.
Yeah.
And
I didn't get that.
They definitely don't feel at all like they're coerced and, yeah, we really love you in particular.
Yeah.
User 4,973 billion. Like,
They didn't tell. I mean, Tom Scott told me that he liked me, and I like Tom Scott. So now Tom Scott and I are besties.
Noah
nice.
Khan told me he was stuck in a tree in the forest.
why was he stuck in a tree?
He was trying
They
to.
Did he
put him
need
in-
assistance?
They put him in the forest to make more albums that are stick seasony. So yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
It's the season of
Well,
the sticks.
talking about Spotify Wrapped, we're going to wrap up this conversation.
That was such a dad thing.
And we're going to move on to Jay. So you're going to be talking about the thing that kids can't do now. There's lots of them. What can't they do?
I don't know, because a lot. Sorry, let's start from the beginning of this story. So there's a social media ban for under 16-year-olds.
That's
Effectively,
what it is.
all it is that the government has passed legislation that says that companies and platforms, and they've named specific platforms, which I found interesting. They have an obligation now to shut down the accounts of 16-year-olds. This has led to a lot of people who are not 16-year-olds getting shut down, and a lot of people who are in fact under 16 not getting shut down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, who could possibly have seen that coming other than everyone?
Well, I've looked into this, and I think that the 10 websites that are blocked are the most 10 popular or most visited social media sites.
Yeah.
But there's things that like Roblox that are not included.
Yeah,
in that, which
that amused me greatly.
Yeah.
My wife was sitting there going, that should absolutely be banned. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, but
Oh,
if they ban all the
true.
under 16-year-olds, there'll be no one left using it.
yeah, I know, and this is the problem I think they're going to find. And you know, I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about the whole social media ban in general. I think it's probably a good idea to protect our young children from the dangers of social media.
it's good in theory.
Yeah, it's good in theory. Maybe banning is not the best way of doing that, but I think it's a tool in the kit to make it work. But what was I going to say with that is that, because Australia is like one of the first countries, if not the first country to implement this ban, there's going
world
to
is
be...
watching.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
world is watching. There's going to be a lot of growing pains, and also the tools that they use to verify people's age are inherently going to be bad, and things are going to have problems.
My issue with it is, you know that saying that like strict parents create the most rebellious children?
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those things where people will
Yeah.
kids will find a way around it, and then it's going to become an even worse problem because it's not as, like, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but when you're aware of an issue, you're more likely to monitor it. Whereas if your kids are secretly on social media, you don't know about it. You're not going to monitor it as much.
Yeah.
And now they're exposed to even more that you don't know of.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, as a parent, like, my kids are too young to be on social media, but I know for a fact that some of their classmates, my youngest is in primary school, his friends play online platforms like Roblox, like all these other things, and I'm like, there is no way that I'm letting him do anything like that online. He has some computer time, but that is supervised, all the time. And none of our kids get like iPads or anything like that. Their cousins have got Facebook Messenger for kids, which I find terrifying. Yeah. I would never want my children to have a direct messenger app unless they're actually old enough to understand what the implications of doing that are. So, like, for me, it's the parents need to be able to say, no, you're not going to do this because we know the dangers. But I feel like a lot of parents just don't really think or care or know. Yeah. Probably the education is probably the bigger side of the issue.
My argument has always been that I feel like all the money that we waste in some of the things that we do for online safety would be better served by setting up classes for parents to actually learn more. Because a lot of them, like, I chat with my mates and they're just like, oh yeah, like, I'm not going to let them on Facebook. I'm not going to... But then they still have an iPad that the kid can install any free app they want because they only need parental permission for paid apps. And it sits in the kid's room. And I'm sitting there going, no.
That is a bad thing.
Don't do that. Problem solved.
That's true.
And yeah, I feel like if parents had a little bit better understanding of what's going on, because it does very much get chalked up to too hard basket at the end of the day. They get home, they just want the kid to shut up so they can have a few minutes of silence alone and process whatever happened in their day. So yeah, the iPad comes out, or they get handed the phone at the restaurant to keep them quiet. So that, and I understand that instinct to just shut kid up because they're loud and annoying, and you're trying to have a conversation with your friend or you're trying to have a conversation with your partner. But I feel like if we better educate the parents on what's actually happening and the impact it is openly having on their kids, I feel like we would have more uptake of the tools that are available to then monitor your kids and have a better understanding of what's going on in their life. Yeah,
I agree. I think education is the solution here, but I know, I won't say who I've observed this from, but I've seen...
I don't have kids, so it can't be me.
No, it's definitely not Sharma either.
Yeah.
She is still the child in her family.
She is the
my
child
parents
of
are still
the podcast.
monitoring my activity.
I have to ask Dad every time I download an app.
It sucks because he's in a different time zone. No, so I've seen some parents take the, in quote, easy route of like just give them the thing, give them the iPad, give them the Switch, give them the computer, and then just I don't have to deal with it. In the moment, that is a very easy thing to do, and I'm speaking from my personal parenting perspective. It's very easy to do that, and I have, been like, just watch the TV, kids. I don't want to think and talk to you right now.
I'm trying to work right now.
Something
and
like
clean
that.
up after the puppy that's just weed himself, and also you're screaming at each other for some reason.
This sounds like you were in my house this morning, actually.
How do you know I wasn't?
Oh, I don't.
He was outside looking in.
That's why the SES were there. But no, so like I've seen people take the easy route, quote unquote, and the kids just are occupied. But then fast forward 6 months, they're ingrained in a habit, and you cannot get them out of that. They depend on this thing now, this technology, to occupy their mind, to the point where we've had people come over to our house. We use TV as a tool for relaxing. Like, just like sit down, watch a movie, watch a bit of TV. You're overstimulated. Have a rest. Otherwise, they can't self-regulate. Other parents might look at me like, that's terrible. You shouldn't allow screen time every day. I don't really care. But I've seen other people that have had what I would consider excessive screen time and social media time. They come over to our house and we put the movie on. Their kids don't even engage with the movie because to them that is like the most boring of boring thing. Yeah. Because they're so overexposed to it. It's just not useful. So parents are, I think, the key point of making this work. I think it's good that the government has mandated this. I would have liked to have seen it done through a different means. Yeah. But it's good that that our government recognises that there is real danger in social media, and I think that we could all agree that social media has bad things about it. It does have good things about it, but I think that we can all agree that there are negative aspects of it. Whether or not you think that they outweigh the good. Oh.
Yeah. I think, my opinion of this the entire time has been, what is the impact globally on everyone else? Like, am I going to have to upload my ID to every single website that I use to prove that I'm over 16? In which case, I'm just not going to use that website anymore.
That is fair. I don't like that.
And it's too open-ended the way the different platforms are allowed to identify you. I saw a lot of people, like I saw a thread on Reddit yesterday being like, so wasn't the internet meant to shut down and everything was meant to be a totalitarian hellscape? It's like, well, no. It was never about it. It basically just means that now under 16-year-olds will find it slightly more difficult to get a Reddit account. I have 3 different Reddit accounts. One of them I use primarily for work, one of them I use primarily for personal life, and one of them is a alt account that I use to comment if I want to bring something to the table without identifying myself at my workplace or my personal life. I haven't actually signed into either of my other alt accounts yet.
So you're Greasy Pants 490.
Damn it!
I thought it was you.
Anyway. Yeah, so I haven't signed into either of my alt accounts yet, but I've had no issues with my normal account because it's been around for a while, because of the content that I've posted, blah, blah, blah. They probably already assume that I'm over 16. And I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, we've already all been on the internet for such a long time
Yeah.
that our digital footprint is like, no, we're all in
my Facebook
20s or
account
30s.
is probably older than 16 years. So
Oh, yeah.
they're just going to go, he's over 16, no worries.
Yeah.
But,
No, his parents
yeah.
got it to him when he was 1.
Strike.
Yeah, some
People
people
do
do
that.
Yeah, I know. I don't like
Like,
that.
you were talking about your kids aren't on social media. There are kindergartners out there with, like, TikTok profiles that their parents are controlling and uploading content to,
That's icky.
trying to
don't
set
like
their kid
that,
up to be an
yeah. I don't like
influencer.
that.
I'm like, no.
No.
You need better
Get
parents,
them into
kids. Sorry.
child acting.
No, that's
Yes,
a terrible
That's
thing.
actually what I'm going to do with mine, children.
Julie Garland. Worked out well for her, didn't it?
Okay, well, I'm curious to see how this is going to kind of pan out over the next little while. I'm sure we're going to have more updates on this as time progresses. I do know that France is looking at doing something similar, so we'll see what they come up with.
We do
You got
have
France?
2 interviews coming up with people who are a lot smarter about these things than we are. Hopefully, we're going
good.
to have those interviews posted over the next couple of weeks.
That's to come in the coming weeks.
Yes.
Awesome.
They'll be coming up very soon.
Okay, I want to raise one more thing with you for this episode.
Go.
AI is destroying everything again.
Can I, before we proceed with this, I'm on Reddit. I'm on r/technology. Let's look at the top 10 posts.
Yes.
Top post, OpenAI is in trouble. Followed by Tesla is the most unreliable used car brand in America.
Yep.
Even behind Jeep and Chrysler, which,
Oh!
oof. OpenAI's House of Cards seems primed to collapse.
Yep.
We're just going to skip those ones. More AI is in trouble. And then my favorite one, new GTA update has you hijacking self-driving cabs to tank the stock price. That's just a little bit funny.
That's very good. I like that.
I might actually go and play Grand Theft Auto now.
That's very funny. Okay, so what I want to talk about is that the AI boom is still happening. It's been happening for a long time, but it's now affecting consumers in a far more direct way. RAM, not the sheep.
Oh.
If I say
Is that those big trucks?
no, oh stop. Okay, so if I say Ram Sharma, do you know what RAM is?
It is soft material.
Not quite. Okay. I don't even know
No,
how
sorry,
you got
hang on.
there.
Can I? Yeah, I want to go down that train of
How
thought.
did you get from RAM to a soft material? Like the fleece of the sheep?
No.
what?
I meant like, you know how I meant a soft drive. That's what I meant to say.
A soft
What's a
drive?
soft
What's
drive?
soft
Not a
drive?
hard drive, but the soft drive.
Okay.
As in, like, you know how there's a hard drive,
Yep.
Yes.
and then there's the stuff that's like in the atmosphere,
Software.
like,
In the
software,
in the cloud.
software is what I meant to say.
Oh my goodness. This conversation is going to go so well. Okay. All right. So, AI boom happening. People think it's a bubble. Will it pop? Maybe.
Yes.
We don't know. It will
needs to pop sooner or later.
It'll
Okay.
pop eventually.
What's RAM?
Okay,
start there.
RAM is a really crucial partner of we're going to talk about Crucial in a minute. A really important part of basically every device ever made for computing. So your phone's got it, your watch has got it, your computer's got it, your TV has got it.
Even educated fleas have got it. Sorry.
Basically,
Can I just also...
stop
not
interjecting.
It's not called RAM anymore. It's just called memory these days.
memory, whatever you want to call it.
So it is software.
No, it's
No,
a physical.
it's
a
hardware.
it's a physical chip. Stop! It's a physical chip
You
inside of your
can't download
devices.
more RAM. That website
I had
lied
a
to you.
50-50 chance and I got it wrong.
You did.
There are two things, hardware and software.
So
it's one of them.
Every device has it. It's how computers work. I won't get into the details of it, but basically, you don't have memory RAM in your phone, your computer. It not worky. It just needs it. So, because AI is booming, they have now said, we need more RAM for our data centers for AI. And so what they are doing is bringing in all of this RAM from the three major manufacturers, which is Samsung, SK Hynix, and Crucial. And so they are absorbing so much of this stockpile of memory RAM. It's called it's DRAM? No, the actual
DDR?
No. The actual chip itself. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're just going to call it RAM. Basically, it's in everything, including AI data centers. And so because they're absorbing so much of it, the stock availability of it is going down, which drives prices up, which means that, and I've observed this firsthand, I went to buy some RAM for a computer, some memory for a computer, and it more than doubled in price from 12 months ago.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The exact
Stockpile
same
on
sticks
all
as
your
you were
RAM.
buying last year. But
It's too late for that. It's
It's only going to go up,
It's
my
gonna-
friend.
it's
So
gonna go up.
stockpile.
We're going to have people, instead of like ripping copper pipes out of your home, they're going to be breaking into your home, stealing the
Stealing
memory
the-
sticks out of your computer.
yeah, hide your computers, hide your RAM.
Kids.
Because they're stealing everyone out here.
I'm glad you got the
Thank you.
reference.
We're all thinking it.
Yeah. One thing I found fascinating is that you mentioned OpenAI. Samsung and SK Hynix have said to AI, "We will give you 40% of the global production of
That's a
RAM
lot.
for a single AI project."
Good flipping lord.
Why does Samsung and
SK Hynix.
Yes.
Sure.
Why do they own 40% of the RAM?
Because they make 40,
yeah. So
more than
it
40%
is.
of the RAM.
This is the scary part when you start talking about computer technology.
There's like 4 companies.
Yeah,
that make
there is
everything.
a minuscule amount. There's been so much consolidation of all these big corporations that there is really like one company that manufactures the machines that can do advanced lithography, which is how you create all of these memory chips and CPUs. And then there is only a handful of companies like AMD and Intel and Nvidia that can actually manufacture the processors for these computers. And then there's a handful of companies, Samsung, SK Hynix, and Crucial, that manufacture the memory chips for all of these computers. So you've got less than 10 companies that produce a huge amount of important components for all of these things. I think between the three major memory players, it's over 90% of the global production comes from those three companies.
It's insane.
And it is. And the really sad thing is for PC gamers, RIP, Crucial, which is actually, sorry, I should have said Micron. Micron is the manufacturer, Crucial is the brand.
Yeah.
Micron has said, no, we're not going to make any more Crucial RAM. So consumers can no longer buy Crucial memory or...
Crucial here still meaning the name of the company, but also it's crucial for your computer.
It's crucial for your computer, yes. So Micron
So yeah,
is...
they're
is
just shutting down production
shutting
for
down
that
production
whole brand.
because it's more...
Wow.
It's more high profit margins selling it to AI. And all of this is happening while these companies are reporting record profits.
Gee, I wonder how they got to them.
I don't know. So this is a really annoying thing that people probably didn't realize was going to happen. And this is going to impact basically everyone because I was looking at the cost increases and I think over the next 12 months, the average price of a phone is going to go up by $9 just from RAM costs alone. That's across-
$9 isn't too bad.
But
Yeah,
that's
that
but
didn't
that's
sound that
across
bad.
every manufacturer of every SKU of every type of memory for everything. So I was looking at Raspberry Pis. The lowest version Raspberry Pi has had a price increase of $5.
Okay.
Now, that's not too bad. That's just one component within that. But then you go to the top spec one, and it's gone up by close to 40%.
Jeez.
Because the different type of RAM that it's using. So we are feeling the impact of that, and we're going to keep on feeling the impact of that. So if you're wondering why technology is going to get more expensive and is getting more expensive, this is why. And it's literally everything. Even your fridge has to have RAM in it.
Wow.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It shouldn't. I agree, it shouldn't, but they do. Anything with a smart thing, anything.
Yeah.
Oh, my fridge is dumb.
Yeah, good.
If you have a screen in your fridge, buy a new fridge.
Yeah, it's probably cheaper
yourself
than
a
paying
favour.
for the RAM.
Sell it for parts.
But yeah, I really don't like how I was listening to this story and I thought, how hard would it be to make an advanced lithography machine to make our own silicon wafers that we can produce our own memory chips and RAM chips and storage chips? How hard? Do you reckon we could do that? Do you guys want to go to a hedge fund and get some investment for us?
We said chips about 5 times, so now I'm hungry.
Chips.
Yum.
Yeah, no, it costs hundreds of millions of dollars to make those machines. We're not going to get that funding.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe.
if we sell all of our RAM sticks, we could probably cobble together some money.
Some would say it's pretty crucial that we do that.
But
I wasn't even going to dignify that with a boom tish.
Thank you, Sharma.
boom dish.
Boom tish.
Well, look, that concludes our episode today. Guys, I have had so much fun with you. I hope that you have enjoyed today's episode. I'm going to say yes on your behalf, unless you want to...
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Heck yes.
Heck yes. Okay, great. Well, you know what? We're coming back with one more episode for this year.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Well, you
see
hang
how
in-
we do.
Well, yeah, I'm going to say that we are. We have to do it. We have to deliver on that. Hang in there for that. We're going to take a bit of a break over January, so you might not hear us until later in the 2026 season. So if you don't hear from us again, have a fantastic Christmas and New Year, and we will see you, hear you, you will hear us. We will be a part of your listening experience in 2026.
Like and subscribe.
Spotify Wrapped, be on our...
Yeah, 2026 Spotify Wrapped, hey.
Yeah.
That'd
Or
be lovely.
Apple Podcast Replay, whatever they do.
I mean, no, so to
Wow.
our Apple listeners,
It sounds better.
it does... Okay.
Disagree, but anyway.
Anyway.
And it sounds better for us to finish this episode. So
Yes,
we'll
please.
see you guys on the next episode. Bye.
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 Hope 1032. Thanks for listening.